what's your kind of take on the whole card versus coin versus hybrid? I see a lot of people debating it, and I personally am kind of a, it depends kind of guy, which can be frustrating, but just out of curiosity, like, what are you seeing in terms of payment systems? What's the best way to go?
Depends 100%. I mean, there's a lot of factors. I mean, I have stores that are, I would say I don't have any 100% coin stores anymore. All my coin stores are hybrid now, coin and card to some level. And then my larger stores, more populated stores, are 100% card, and ease of operation. And, let's be honest, you get to a few stores, the coin aspect, collecting and changing that's very labor intensive. And it's also a security situation, just taking that to the bank or whatever, or swapping it. So the larger the stores, the more populated, the more cash, things like that. Anything that we can do to drive them more towards credit, or the more that we can do to consolidate it within, a kiosk, the better.
Yeah, I like that. And I think, even in the hybrid stores, I always kind of recommend like consulting clients, like, hey, if you got a hybrid store, figure out ways to incentivize the card
100%
system, because not only is it easier for you, but it's going to give you a lot more data to help you make better decisions. I mean, there's just like a whole list of benefits to go in that route. And eventually, if you can kind of merge it all over to the card, all the better. Just because, I mean, like you said, if you're looking to scale at any kind of scale, I mean, it's just really, really difficult to do that with, coins coming in and out of your stores. And
without a doubt,
ever more so difficult as coin shortages and whatnot are still kind of lingering around. Do you have any tips of, say, for example, I'm trying to figure out, should I offer coin, hybrid, card system, or maybe just between hybrid, or I guess any of them really? Do you have any tips to help me decide?
So kind of like the initial, for lack of a better rule of thumb, but I've already told you, I'm not a big rule of thumb guy. But I kind of look at 2,000 square feet, 2,500 square feet and up, I'll consider doing full card, based on the area, based on the demo and what's around, competition, et cetera. Beneath that, I won't put a full card system in. Just the cost per unit is there's not a decent return on it. So I'll probably do hybrid on 2,000 and under. But once again, it varies based on the location, and also it's very important for me to build the best mousetrap out there. So what can I do to stay ahead of the curve?
So when you say hybrid, there's a couple different ways to do hybrid, right? There's every machine can have coin and card. And then there's also, some machines only accept coin, and some machines can accept coin and card, or only card, or whatever. So how are you setting those up? It sounded to me, when you were saying that, like you only put card readers on certain machines. Is that how you're doing it?
So myself personally, in my stores, I do coin and card on every machine, just for simplicity purpose and, the scalability, like you mentioned, going into other stores, it's just simpler, easier for me to operate that way. I do recommend, and more so it's more on the entry level cost and the financial aspect for a customer. If I'm building a store for them, I will let him know that there's the option to put it on every other machine, maybe put it on a couple 20s, couple 40s, couple 60s, certainly have it on the larger machines, the 80s and 100s and things like that. Definitely have it on those. On the dryers, maybe put it on all the lower pockets, type of thing.
Try to get
get some use out of the lower pocket machines, incentivize them, so yeah, I mean, that's an option, but I would say to go that route, the only reason that I would go that route and do it on certain machines is just for, budget purposes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's I'm glad to hear you say that, because I think a lot of people get kind of stuck with like, man, I'd love to add a card system, but it's, X amount of dollars per machine, or it's going to be this, many tens of thousands of dollars to do, my whole store. And I'm just not sure if I can foot the bill or if it's going to be worth it, or yada, yada, yada. But just hearing someone like you say, hey, you know what? You can put it on some machines. You don't have to put them on every machine all at once. And just kind of, give people that option on certain machines. And then, down the line, if it's catching fire there. And
it's the same thing even with the machines themselves, based on, if somebody comes to me and, Cameron, I only have this budget. Okay, well, based on this budget, this is what we need to look for within this area square footage wise. There's times that, certain stores are built out to accept additional machines, but maybe we only put in half or 3/4 of the machines starting off, and then add the physical washers and dryers as they go and as they increase, because whether they're concerned about the risk of putting that out there, or that it's not going to be used, or whatever the case is, if that helps them. Same thing goes with the payment system.